Wasn't until he saw his girlfriend in a wedding dress getting into someone else's wedding car that the man finally realized that the girlfriend he had been with for 3 years had already become someone else's bride. What was even more unexpected was that just 2 minutes after the woman left, the man collapsed to his knees uncontrollably, instantly reverting to the man he was 3 years ago, paralyzed from the waist down. It turned out that 3 years ago, the woman had accidentally encountered the man, severely injured. Just as she didn't know how to save him, a celestial being suddenly appeared and said it could save the man, but the condition was that the man had to fall in love with her, and she must change the man's originally tragic fate. To save his life, the woman agreed without hesitation. Over the following 3 years, the woman gradually fell in love with the man, and the man also consistently chose her. The woman thought they would love each other for a lifetime, until one day she accidentally overheard that the man was not the poor guy she believed he was, but the heir of a wealthy family. Even her adopted sister Anna was his ex-girlfriend. The man had only pretended to be poor and stayed by her side just to provoke Anna and make her beg to get back together. And when he found out Anna was about to be forced to marry the comatose heir to the richest family, William, he directly ordered his people on the day of the wedding to drug the woman unconscious so she could take Anna's place and marry William. At that moment, the woman was utterly heartbroken. It turned out that in the man's eyes, she was nothing more than a disposable pawn. Then the woman took the initiative to call her father and agreed to marry William in Anna's place. Just then, the man suddenly called and gently asked why she hadn't come home yet, but his body was constantly entangled with Anna. The woman could tell there was someone beside the man, so she asked the celestial being to retrieve surveillance footage. Sure enough, she saw the man being affectionate with Anna. The woman immediately asked the celestial being to change her target to William and to stop healing the man's legs. Because of the woman's outstanding efforts over the past 3 years, the celestial being agreed without hesitation. Then, at the woman's request, it promised to heal William. Unaware of any of this, Anna deliberately knocked the woman to the ground out of spite. The next second, the man appeared beside the woman and scolded Anna for being arrogant and overbearing. For the first time, the woman realized that the man's acting was this convincing. She then shook off the man's hand and said she was tired and wanted to go back to her room to rest. Seeing the woman's cold expression, the man instantly panicked. If it were before, by protecting her like this, she would definitely respond with affection. So he hurriedly asked the woman if she had been wronged. Seeing the man's fake concern, the woman couldn't help but turn to Anna and sneer, saying she felt nauseous after seeing something disgusting. The man clearly knew the woman was referring to Anna, but he could only pretend not to understand. After making Anna storm off in anger, the man said he wanted to accompany her to his grandmother's birthday banquet that evening, so he could protect her if anything happened. But the woman knew very well that the person the man had always wanted to protect was Anna. Soon, it was time for the evening banquet. The man had hoped the woman would enter arm in arm with him, but the woman ignored him completely and walked into the banquet hall alone. Thinking back to when they used to attend banquets together, the woman used to cling to him at every moment. Only now did the man realize something was wrong with her mood. However, once they were in the banquet hall, everyone in the family praised Anna for being gentle and well-mannered, while the only compliment for the woman was that she had good taste for finding such an excellent live-in son-in-law. At that moment, the grandmother suddenly wanted to pass the family heirloom jade bracelet to Anna. The woman wasn't surprised at all, since no one in the family liked her anyway. Unexpectedly, the man suddenly spoke up to defend her, saying that Anna was just an adopted daughter, and the heirloom should go to the true granddaughter. The woman really thought the man was standing up for her and was about to tell him not to worry about it when she heard the man say, "Anna, how about you beg me, and I'll tell my girlfriend not to hold it against you." Hearing that, the woman was completely devastated. So the man only wanted to use her to make Anna yield. But because of his words, she became the one who was petty and unreasonable and was criticized and insulted by everyone. Just as the woman was about to leave, the celestial being suddenly sent a message. Her target had successfully been switched. Upon hearing that, the woman instantly regained her strength. She no longer needed to endure this toxic family. Then, to get revenge on the man and Anna, she directly agreed with the man's words and said, "She's just an adopted daughter. There's no way she can stand above me." Then she suggested suggested another contest between them. Whoever had more assets under their name would get the family heirloom. Although Anna was deeply loved by the family, her wealth was limited. While the woman wasn't valued, she was exceptionally capable. She had many scholarships and plenty of patent income, so she easily beat Anna. To her surprise, the man, in order to save face for Anna, actually ordered someone to use his real identity and transfer $2 billion to Anna, just enough to surpass the woman's savings by $10,000. It was a blatant humiliation. The woman stared at the man in anger, but the man still pretended and said he was just an ordinary person who had no way to stand up for her. The woman couldn't be bothered to listen to his lies anymore and publicly rebuked him for the first time, calling him a beggar she had picked up off the street who should know his place. Just then, the chandelier suddenly came crashing down. To protect Anna, the man actually pushed the woman underneath it. When the woman woke up in the hospital, she saw the two of them being affectionate in her hospital room. As soon as they saw she was awake, the man rushed over to explain, but the woman slapped him without hesitation and warned him again to recognize clearly whose boyfriend he really was. The man, feeling guilty, tried to say something, but the woman didn't want to hear another word. Just as she was about to leave, Anna stopped her and said everything was her fault, and that if anyone deserved to be hit, it should be her. Hearing this, the woman didn't hesitate to slap her too. The man tried to help Anna up, but under the woman's angry glare, he could only pull his hand back. The day before the woman's wedding, the man suddenly gave her a bottle of medicine, claiming it was a special remedy for her stomach issues. But with a tip from the celestial being, the woman found out that it was actually a bottle of sleeping pills. The woman immediately understood that the man intended to drug her unconscious, so she would obediently marry William in Anna's place the next day. Early the next morning, the man was awakened by a call from his secretary, saying that the woman had already voluntarily agreed to marry William and was now sitting in William's wedding car. Hearing this, the man could no longer care about his plan and chased after her desperately, only to watch helplessly as the woman left. And as soon as the woman left, his legs quickly lost all feeling.